World of Warcraft.
Hello.
We are going to be joined by Luminol and Miro. We are in the guild Shadowblades. We haven't spent much time getting to know the people here yet, but I'd find it amusing that we have Luminol in the guild and Lunistria. Those people names sound familiar,
No.
similar to me.
No.
We also have Tiamat using the Valky companion.
Valky.
Yeah. And Mira has the Jub. For the Jub. Got it. Yes. Anyway, today we're going to be doing 2 dungeons, and then we're going to continue the story of the Southern Barrens. And I'm thinking after Southern Barrens, I want to go to the Thousand Needles, because Thousand Needles was really boring before Cataclysm, and then after Cataclysm, they did a really good job with it, I think. So that's where I would like to go, and then Piamet can pick the next zone after Thousand Needles.
Yeah.
So, I was talking to Piamet a bit about what we're going to be doing in the future as far as content goes, and we haven't come to a consensus on exactly where we're going later in the game. But for now, we've at least got that, and we shouldn't get past that today, but we might, depending on how quickly we go.
I don't think so.
So, yeah, me either. So we're going to start with, I think, a dungeon. I can never remember the hotkey to open the dungeon window. There it is. Okay. So we're going to start with Scarlet Halls today. Alright, Piamet, are you ready?
Yeah.
This dungeon here used to be fun even back in the day. It was actually pretty fun for Alliance to get to it as well, because you had to run all the way through Ristfall to get to it, which is the undead starting area.
Oh jeez, I just got like this huge lag spike.
Okay, so this quest wants us to kill 50 people. And this wants us to get a codex.
Oh fuck.
You lagging out?
No.
Okay.
It's just that I healed that guy who's at low health at the beginning, and I immediately got aggro on all these for some reason. Well, that's not right. Do you remember this with the dog food?
No.
Oh.
I do not remember it.
Well, if you throw the dog food at them, the dogs attack them and we don't have to.
I gotcha. Alright.
But if you engage them, then you're too late.
Okay.
I don't know what you're supposed to do about this fire.
I think you just go around it.
It does a shit ton of damage to me. What the fuck? Ugh. It just kept that debuff on me of the shield.
So yeah, they added in cool things like that. You get to pick up a target thing, and instead of aiming for your feet, they just keep aiming for the target.
Dog food coming up.
Oh, I'd like to pick one up, but this asshole standing on it. There we go.
Ugh. Shit. It's like, hello, do you not see us trying to fucking do that?
Nope.
Like, he's done that twice now. At least. Well, that one was really blatant.
And there's our first boss defeated. The dogs kill the boss for us, and then they kill off the vanguard, blocking the entrance to the other area for some reason.
Which we can't get through normally, we would die.
Yes, Winchig is correct. So it's supposed to be a book or something we pick up around here, I think.
Oh,
I think so, yeah. At least I think that's on the map here. No, that's just us killing the people. Okay, never mind.
I didn't think so.
This warrior is really interrupting my ability to bring things around. Like, I stunned this, or I interrupted this one over here, I'm pretty sure, and he decides he just wants to attack it. Get right. Anyway. The Hall of Champions. Arms Master Harlan. I remember this guy being a different person. They changed all the bosses in this place as well, which was kind of interesting.
They're coming for me.
Yep. Just gonna do this at all. I got Thunderclap waiting.
Yep. Blades of Light in 5 seconds.
What's that do?
That's when he spins.
Oh, that's when we gotta get up here.
Yeah. He casts it. Fucking idiots.
Okay. Hold on. Shit, just Thunderclap. Probably not a good plan.
That's good. Oh, Blades of Light.
I like how these guys are now naked.
Yeah, that was always weird.
He like rips their clothes off while he's spinning.
Oh.
Hey, Armmaster's sealed locket. Look at that, guys. If your tanks and healers knows what's up, there's a good chance you can still win the fight, in most cases. Am I still in combat?
Yes.
Which one? Oh, now I'm not. Okay.
Lazy ass. I start rezzing him.
I saw that.
My thing whispers him saying casting res on you because I haven't changed that, and then he releases.
That's fucking ridiculous. Hey, Mad Grandpa, we just fucking saved this group on a boss. They all died to his whirlwind because
The
they didn't get the
first
fuck out of the
one.
way. Now we're just gonna wait for them to get back so that we can, you know, kill these guys relatively quickly. Okay, so I didn't remember that ability at all, but I can tell you this, having seen it, I would have gotten out of the way of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very long cast time, but.
I love me some, what's the name of this? Arcane Torrent. It's really handy, especially when multiple casters are trying to cast spells on me. We are currently in the Scarlet Halls. In the future, if you ever need to know, it actually says it right here. It's a update they did to WoW and I think Cataclysm. When you're in a dungeon, it has it on the side here, and it'll tell you what you're actually in. I don't know if you played WoW in the early stages or not, but it's kind of handy because there's times where I'm like, what the fuck was the name of the dungeon I'm in? Okay, thank you. And yeah, that's pretty handy.
If they pull too much of this shit, that's gonna be a problem because these things stun. I forgot about that mechanic.
Yeah. They drop gold apparently.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, but this dungeon used to be a lot different, a lot more tedious, and like the zones, it didn't feel like it flowed very well. But this one, it just like they spaced out the mobs a little more, made them make more sense in what they're doing here. Like we're in the treasure area right now.
Yeah, the book is at the end.
All right, well,
That's
that's
right.
fine. Tried to pull them, but they decided they didn't want to do it that way. Alright.
Do you have an interrupt? Like, I just jump in before you.
Yep. It's been doing it in all dungeons, but
Oh,
he's just gonna argue that it's low level content, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. I wonder if they'll die on this.
There was a gimmick to this as well, right?
Yeah, he spins.
Okay. We
He's
are
got
level
threat.
37. Yeah, he always gets that right at the start. I usually get it back though. There's Book Burner.
That's not it.
Oh, that's right. The things then energy. I got you.
This.
See, the warrior's gonna interrupt. No, of course not. I've interrupted
Of
a lot of
course
his
not.
power blasts. There. Yeah,
Okay.
both the quests complete.
Where's the book? Oh, you loot it. Never mind.
Yeah, it's right on him. Makes it a little simpler. So that's the Scarlet Halls. Yeah, we're level 37. I think he meant, yeah, you should be 37 for a little while longer.
Yeah.
So she's gonna give us a whole bunch of EXP for killing the rank and file dudes. And then for doing this, she gives me a whole bunch of EXP.
Yeah. Alright. Leave instance group.
I think his name was Brabus, but his name was actually, or Barbus, his name was actually Brabus.
The warrior?
Yeah. Yeah, I got Final Fantasy Fanfare. It's part of Deadly Boss Mods, I think. No, not Deadly Boss Mods, Bigwigs.
Big wigs, best wigs.
Yeah, Bigwigs is pretty awesome. Alright, so let's do the next one as well, so we can just get those out of the way now.
Yep.
Alright, we're going to do another dungeon. This one is called Scarlet Monastery. It is in the same general area, just you go through a different portal to get to it. There used to be a third one, but I don't see it in the list anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's part of this, maybe?
Maybe?
Scarlet Graveyard?
Yeah, that's what it was.
I know it's still used as part of the Halloween event, but
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
as you guys can see, I normally use the mod Xpearl. I think Wintrig uses Xpearl a lot, right? Or you used to?
I used to. That was, unit frames, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's at the end of it.
Now LVUI is better.
Yeah, we use LVI. That's why my stuff looks the way it does.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we doing? Killing everything? I don't remember where to go here.
Yeah, you have to go to the side.
Okay, well this guy's not making things easy on me.
Yeah, you pulled both. We have to kill this pile of corpses.
Yeah.
The problem is, since we aggroed both, they're both going to be spawning corpses.
Yep.
But it doesn't have a lot of health, so for people to be ignoring it is dumb as fuck.
It's fine. We'll do it.
They care more about, like, the big dick AoE, which they don't have because it's low level content. It doesn't matter, just do your job.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we can skip the next pack.
Skip around these ones, you said?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's do this. Kill these ghosts, though.
They won't come with the boss.
Okay. We got a flamethrower. Somehow.
Oh my god, this guy doesn't know how to skip mobs.
And there's the ghosts. Okay, well, that was interesting. So that happens.
That happens when people don't fucking pay attention.
So the ghosts did get pulled. Was that by someone running
That
over
was the
someone?
warlock. That's why I said he face pulled literally everything.
Well, at least we killed all the ghosts, opening up more room.
Yeah, we really don't need more room. And we don't, like, you don't even fight those ghosts in challenge mode. Like, they're
Yeah.
not a problem.
Well, I didn't think they would be. I'm just saying. Now we have more room for them to. You got the. Somebody got the things for again, flamethrowers.
What the fuck? Well, we're probably gonna have to go back there and kill that bone pile.
Probably, yeah.
Because they just keep spawning from it.
Yep. Alright, but I figure we can at least kill the Centurions up here.
Fucking Christ.
I don't think these people are aware of proximities. There is something to pick up over here, though, one of the Blades of the United.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we won that time, but it doesn't help.
There were
Yeah,
too many the first time. Way more.
the previous dungeon used to take us down this back path there past the sword, and the final boss was in there. Oh, why do I have a quest turn in over there?
Oh my god, they pulled more.
Well,
They're from that bone pile.
yeah, I see
Maybe?
it. Just it says I have a quest turn in over here, but I don't see it.
Oh, that's on another floor.
Oh, okay.
How the fuck?
this leads into the typical Scarlet Monastery.
Watch out. There's a thing over here. There's several things over here.
Yeah, I'll get from
They're
this side.
shooting me. Oh, it's not using the ability I want it to.
I'm gonna run back.
Oh my god. As soon as I paralyze it. This guy,
Remember,
don't tab target so much then. Fucking hell.
you remember this dungeon was a pain the first time? Picata? Yeah, it kind of is still, just because of people tab targeting.
Oh god. I really hate low level groups in these instances that are like more challenging.
Yeah. Is the guy trying to farm EXP? Maybe, but
No,
if
they're
they,
idiots.
if they wanted to farm EXP, they just have to ask.
Yeah, they're just idiots. Is basically your answer.
Spirit of Redemption healing this guy a lot.
Like, they literally have face pulled before you. Said they tab targeted to the wrong mobs, so here, oh, okay.
What? Oh, just jump to the fountain is what you're gonna tell me?
Yeah, you can skip those.
Oh, that's alright. There's somebody would have pulled them anyway.
Probably.
I've lost faith. So, what we're finding in these early dungeons, Mad Grandpa, is you gotta slow it down. Well, that's the problem. If we slow it down, people decide we're not going fast enough, and they run forward and pull.
Yeah, slowing it down isn't an option. Plus, like, we don't want to go slow.
Yeah,
There's
and
no
if
way
you
to go slow. People just... Yeah.
if you speed it up, people decide, oh, they're going really fast, I can pull more. Like, regardless of what you do, they think that they can pull more. I don't want to be in that, so I'm not going to. Okay, so I can't avoid that.
Yeah, you just gotta move out of the fire.
Oh, the fire, I'm talking about the fist.
Yeah, but he puts fire in the ground.
Oh, I wasn't in that, so.
I think you were.
Oh, I wasn't. I was in his fist. Now I'm in the fire.
Careful.
Got a ring. Alright. So, the best way was to the right or the left?
Go right.
We gotta kill everything, right?
Yep.
Thank you.
Just for myself. Oops. Well, I guess that was considered in combat with us, so.
Hey, Crimson Fury! How's your dad doing? We have a Black Drive host. Thank you very much, Black Drive.
Cool.
So before, there used to be a secret path in here, where if you click this torch, you could see a boss. But instead, there's just the corpse of the boss in there. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, we gotta kill everything, right? Oh, okay.
I'm not healing this fucking paladin.
Look, he's dead. Ah, we're all put to sleep.
Arise, my champion.
You gonna go see him later tonight? You remember that part where she puts you to sleep? Yeah, these are actually different characters than the ones that used to be here, but oh, I gotta belt as well.
Okay. So, what do I do with this sword?
We gotta find the other one, right? No, I don't know. We gotta turn it in somewhere.
The
Oh,
entrance?
turn-in was back there, apparently.
Okay. Teleport out and in?
No, it looks like it's out in the fountain.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Swear to God, if this mage pulls...
Okay. Oh, now we have to kill her. Whatever, I'm not picking that up.
Oh. Well, that's what happens. Okay.
Indeed. Alright. And there you guys have it. That is the first two, or the only two dungeons we're doing today. We just did the Scarlet Halls. They got rid of Scarlet Graveyard as a dungeon, apparently, and added it to the Scarlet Monastery. And you got people who think they know how to do things better than everyone else.
Well,
And
the
yes.
Scarlet Graveyard's only used for the Halloween event now.
Yeah. Alright, give me a second. Alright, hello everyone, we are done dungeons. We're gonna go on to completing Neralex's quests here. Luminol is ready. She's got Egbert out. Look at Egbert. Egbert's amazing. Egbert used to scare people by running towards bosses. No, I'm kidding. Well, it did run towards bosses. Egbert's an interesting pet because it'll just run around on its own like that. Off it goes. Shit, hyena. Whereas the Jeb kind of just dances in place and that's it. So, Mad Grandpa, Crimson, what did you guys think of the Scarlet dungeons, the revamp of them? Oops, that's not the button I wanted to push.
Is this what we're supposed to be fighting?
Yeah.
We're apparently supposed to be fighting this. Oh, okay, I got a seed.
Said I got the seedlings, and these guys dropped me. Or, no, they don't drop me, we just gotta kill them. So, if you recall last week, we were helping Neralax figure out why this random brush of growth just started growing, and he knows the reason, and now we're helping him stop. And he believes the reason is because of him. Okay, we don't have to fight these. Shit. Whatever. Die. You know nothing of WoW, but you're enjoying the gameplay? That's good. I like having you here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or Wintrig. She's a lot more knowledgeable about this game than I am now.
Yeah, about the game, Miro knows about the lore. So we're a good team, as usual.
Yeah, the story of the game, ask me pretty much anything, I can answer a lot of it. Gameplay stuff, she's played it a lot more than I have lately, and a lot more in depth than I have, so.
Yeah, and I memorize things a lot. Like that whole like going through the path of that dungeon.
Yeah, and then there's the fact that you also did hardcore raiding.
Yeah, and challenge modes.
Yes, challenge. I never got into challenge modes like they offered, but I don't like timed instances. They stress me out, so I'm like, I don't want to do that. And then people were like, no, we won't be too stressed. And then the groups would fight with each other, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh God.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of timed instances. Like, I know Crimson's with me on that one. He doesn't like timed instances either. So who's the current OP class in Wintrig? Do you know the answer to that?
Wintrig is the OP class.
Wintrig is the OP class. Crimson's like, oh god, no. No to timed classes. Okay, we don't have to go over there and fight those, but we do have to fight the Plane Strider.
We don't have to fight these bristlebacks yet.
No, I'm just gonna fight the Plane Strider though. Just
You
coming over.
pulled.
And there was one hiding in the brush. There.
I saw it.
I saw its name, but I didn't really care.
Yeah, right. Likely excuse.
It is a likely excuse. But yeah, do you know who the current one is? Because like we haven't gotten into rating, so anything for current rating stuff, we may not have an answer to.
I really don't know. I haven't even done LFR in like a while.
Yeah, I'm slowly building back up to doing LFR on my main character, and it makes me sad thinking that my Demon Hunter is my main character, not my Death Knight. But I will choose the Wintrig class when I play World of Warcraft. So yeah, Crimson, they brought out something called Time Attack. Was it Time Attack?
What?
Challenge dungeons.
Yes.
Challenge modes, and you had to get through the dungeon, and you had to kill a certain number of mobs, and you had to do it in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Inherently, that's not a huge problem, but a lot of the times the timer was fairly strict.
Yeah, and it was like you had to go super fast to get a gold medal, a certain amount of time after that for silver medal, and then after that is like bronze.
These lash vines are not respawning.
Yeah. Um, Here's a plain strider though.
Oh, excellent.
So, yeah.
Go ahead.
And I think bronze was the lowest. I don't think it was like no medal after that, but could be wrong.
Entirely possible. Okay, we need 2 Terratooths, 1 Writhing Seed, 1 Deviate Plane Strider, and we gotta find some enervated. Oh, there's a Plane Strider.
Yeah, also, if you had the shortest time on your server, you got a title.
And yeah, that's true.
I
It's
got a few of those.
I remember. Didn't you get the one for Scarlet Monastery?
I'm not sure.
I was pretty certain that was one you and Cool Skies group got.
Yeah, I feel like we did do that. I just don't remember it.
There's an enervated adder. I'm gonna pick it up. Yeah, I got a Squirmels.
I still have a title.
You still have one of the titles? Oh, that's right. You
Oh,
lose
you
the
have
title.
to pick up the snakes. Oh.
Yeah, you don't kill the snakes. You pick the snakes up, which is good because they're cute.
Man.
Why couldn't they get us to pick up a small? There's a snake here.
Oh. I can't see.
It's right there, beside you, right under you. There.
Cool.
Why can't we pick up small jubs? Anyway,
Here's a
Crimson
jub.
says- Yeah, I saw a few of them.
Look at it.
Oh, it's a strawberry jub. It's hiding in the grass. Don't you love Square's grass models? It's just like, hey, look. We'll put a line of grass sticking out.
It looks like that fake, like, bamboo grass they put with your sushi.
It does. There's an adder on the other side of that growth over there, so I'm gonna pull it. There's 2 of them actually. One in the water and one on the other side of the bank, so we'll go get those.
Oh.
Crimson says it probably means the party would have to be on point, maximizing DPS and such. You are
Yep.
absolutely correct.
And
only do
you
you
have
have
to,
to-
like, use gimmicks and stuff. Where
Yeah,
does
not
it
only
go?
do you have to maximize your DPS and use gimmicks, you have to actually have a planned route through the dungeon as well.
Yeah.
Knowing what to pull, what not to pull. Mad Grandpa says LFR raid. That's new. LFR is not new anymore. What came out in Cataclysm?
Yeah.
Yeah, for Dragon Soul, right?
Dragon Soul, yep.
Yeah. So during Dragon Soul, which in my opinion is the worst raid they've ever created.
Yeah.
Dragon Soul was they created the LFR, which is looking for raid. It's the easiest version of the raid dungeon. It's basically the entry level content that, if you just want to see the content, there you go, there it is. But harder.
No.
Did you just kill Squirmels?
Yeah.
No, Squirmels. It happens. You
Well,
guys could
that's a lot of
probably
good
quite loudly hear him at mourning the death of Squirmels.
Now you've killed one.
I did? I picked it up.
Oh, you picked it up. Okay. I'm like, where's its corpse?
Yeah, no, I picked it up. Never got to see Cata? Well, you're seeing it right now, actually. All of the stuff that we're doing is technically Cataclysm because Cataclysm revamped all the zones, which is such a good idea. I really wish they'd do that, like, every couple expansions, but there's another snake over here for you.
Okay. Let's hang
I'm
in
gonna go
with the
grab
job.
this one. Yeah. They coexist. They don't eat the jobs.
Yeah. What happened was I was in combat, so when I right-clicked it, it
It's
just
not a
used
snake.
attack.
I gotcha. Okay, so yeah,
Got
they
them.
you got all of them? Okay, let's go find one Terratooth and then oh, there it is. Cataclysm was, it had a lot of good things to it. It really did. The first set of raids were fantastic.
Oh,
You had
yeah.
Blackwing Descent, the Twilight Citadel, and Throne of Winds.
That was That's
and
awesome.
they were all a lot of fun. We actually joined the I want to say the best alliance guild on the server for Kargath at the time during Cataclysm. Biological intervention. Thank you, Miro. I am pleased to see you return intact. The viciousness I've been seeing among these creatures is startling.
Congrats.
I have learned a new passive effect. Shield block has 2 charges. Yay! Alright. If I have truly sown chaos, it is time for reaping. The lumbering outgrowths of plant life shambling through the imbued stream here. Miro, they're a direct manifestation of the unstable forces mutating this area. Slay as many as you can, and we might be able to slow the spread of the overgrowth further. While you're at it, be on the lookout for parts of them that appear especially corrupted. Bring me any such pieces to me. Okay, and Muyo. Have you collected enough? We'll need several for proper comparison. These will do perfectly. Bright colors like these don't occur naturally in the Barrens, but they haven't developed any other mutations so far. Do you have the seeds? I'm concerned by how active these are. Nevertheless, it simply means we must continue to act quickly before the corruption here becomes worse. Based on what you brought me, I think we have a solution. I've imbued Lashvine seeds with healing energies. Simple contact with these should imbue the creatures here with enough energy to force out the corrupted influence. Go and attempt to heal the mutated raptors and planeshadows by sprinkling the seeds on them, and report the results back to me. Alright. So we gotta use those on the Terror Striders, and we gotta kill some outgrowths, so Behemoth's gonna throw some dust on this one. Oh, look at that. It's now just a towering Plane Strider. I'm gonna go beat up this outgrowth. There we go. Got a Squirming Heart already. That was fast.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill this outgrowth. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Moo. What were we talking about before we went into that?
Huh.
Cataclysm.
Things.
I forget what we were talking about before that. Oh well.
I don't know.
But yeah. Oh, I know the raid instances for Cataclysm.
I threw my thing on it. It just got angry.
Alright, that happens, I guess. Hey, it worked. Alright. Yeah, the Twilight Citadel had, Cho'Gall in it, so if you're familiar with lore... Oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
that sucks. Sorry, Plane Strider. What a way to
How
go.
the fuck does that happen?
Oh, you
Sorry.
exploded. No!
I'm having terrible luck.
Oh, fucking... That sucks.
Well, you can't say Blizzard doesn't have a sense of humor.
Ah, it's ridiculous. Like the fawns in Hills, Bradfoot Hills all over again. Matt Grandpa likes that. But yeah, so the other dungeon, Cho'Gall was from a character from lore, but he Die tentacles. Who do you think you are? He gets killed there, and then they had a secret boss, Sinestra, that I never actually went to go fight.
I did. A lot.
Sure, Wintry actually went to go fight the secret boss, and she won. Didn't you get the achievement?
I did. Let me find
So
it.
the achievement, Wintry's gonna link it in chat here for us, and I'll bring it up for you. I never bothered to go get this achievement because I didn't. Again, it's another thing I didn't care enough to coordinate to do. There you go. The achievement in the chat here, I don't know if you can see it, is called "I can't hear you over the sound of how awesome I am." is defeat Sinestra in the Bastion of Twilight on heroic difficulty on the first attempt without letting any raid members die. Can you go back and do it?
I was
Pretty
healing.
sure.
No, you
No, you
cannot.
can't. You can't? Okay.
Nope.
No, it's one of those things that you can't go back and do.
And look at the second one I linked.
And the second one was, I thought he was supposed to be hard, which is defeat Rauden and Throne of Thunder on the first attempt without letting any raid members die. I did beat Rauden though, but I never went to, I don't think I ever went to get that achievement either.
No. We weren't trying to get that achievement in the group I was in. I think I was mage when I did that.
When they put restrictions on raid members, what do you mean by restrictions? Oh, that kind of restriction, yeah. Well, those are just prestige achievements. They are, if you manage to do it, kind of thing. It doesn't force you to do anything outside the norm of a fight. If I remember correctly, Wintrig and I were not fan of achievements that actually force you to do the fight wrong.
Ugh. Yeah, no, I don't like those.
Yeah.
Unless it makes it, like, really interesting. Like some of the ones in Uldor.
Yeah. To harvest chaos, cutting down the outgrowths will merely buy us some time. Sorry. Have you found any suspicious pieces? Nerlix slowly takes the squirming heart from you, visibly disturbed. I've been a fool. The one truth I did not accept has been staring me in the face this entire time. This foul thing is proof of that. You and I have much work to do. This confirms it. The overgrowth here is not being caused by a mere overabundance of energy. Do you understand? This is beyond what happened at the Wailing Caverns now. A rift into the nightmare must have been torn open in the middle of the very land we're standing on. You think it's my fault. I've done picking at the edges of this wound. Go to the west, to the center of the overgrowth, and meet me again there. We will dive into the heart of this corruption and force it out. Help Nerlix seal the nightmare scar. Oh dear, it seems the forces at work here are a bit difficult to control. Please, don't bother Nerlix with this. It will only upset him. Understandably, animals exploded.
Like
I
4
assume
of
he cares
them
about
did.
animals. Yeah, like that was ridiculous.
Or
I think
3,
your-
actually. Yeah.
You think your favorite achievement was the one you got where you got had to hug all the critters in Azeroth? That was a fun achievement.
Oh, yeah.
They got a bunch of pet achievements now too. If you like pet battling, they got Pokemon in WoW now.
May have not been around for pet battles.
No, it's entirely possible.
Wow.
Alright, we're gonna fight these.
Uh-oh.
What are we at, like?
Because that's my line when I
yeah.
pull.
We used to run Kel'Thas, and she'd pull these mobs all the time when we were trying to sneak by. And she was playing a Draenei at the time, so we used to joke that she had clicking hoofs, and it alerted the enemies that she was there.
You would say that. I would just
Yeah.
say no.
And then you took on the joke of clicking hoofs too.
No. I don't remember that.
There's a portal to the nightmare.
Step in it, obviously.
This is it. I can sense that this was once the site of great tragedy. Mortal suffering still echoes through it. No doubt this is what the horrors beyond have seized unto. To fully seal this intrusion into our world, I must first fully open it. I will need your strength to hold back whatever may attempt to come through. Are you prepared? I'm ready, Nerlix. I will attempt to seal the scar, Miro. Make sure nothing from the other side makes its way through. That sounds awesome. Yeah, if you guys like, no job. If you guys like Pokemon, WoW put a pretty fun version of it into the game.
Yeah, and a lot more pets. A lot more pets.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was fast. That didn't take long at all.
I helped.
The scar is sealed. Thanks, Cenarius. We've done it. The nightmare's connection to this place has been severed. The rest of the land is safe from this intrusion now, and in time, the aberrations here will be subsumed by the balance of nature. I cannot thank you enough, Miro. By helping to restore the order here, you have let me make amends for my foolish actions.
None of these are upgrades, and they all sell for copper.
The ring for me actually sells for some silver, so I'll grab that.
Oh.
Winoa Pine Forest. While we've accomplished much here, it would be a tragedy if part of this corruption has escaped our notice. The corridors of the Wailing Cavern stretch throughout the entire Barrens, and if another spot of wild energy has made its way to the surface, you've done enough for me, though. I would simply ask that you let a fellow druid of mine know what's happened here. You'll find Winoa's Fine Forest at Vendetta Point, southwest of here. Alright, Vendetta Point is just over there, so we're gonna run over there, and
Oh, there's a flight path there.
there is. That'll let us fly to our next zone, actually. I assume she's not gonna have very many quests for us, if any. I know people were really excited when they brought pet battles into the game, and something I really wanted to see them do, and they'll never do, is
Oh,
where
yeah.
you do a dungeon, but you play as one of your pets.
Yeah.
Because your pets have 3 skills, right? So you'd utilize those 3 skills, and it wouldn't even entirely be pet battle related in the sense that you wouldn't just be treating every fight as like a pet battle. It'd be like just like you're playing normal Warcraft, except you're playing as your pet. I want them to do that in Final Fantasy as well, because then I could play as the Buraroga.
I could play as a Paisa.
It's true. Or the Fledgling Dodo, which was the first level of Tiamat. Yeah, pet dungeon. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. That would be awesome.
It doesn't exist. I'll make that clear if you missed me saying that. It's something I want to exist, but yeah, I like mini dungeons. They don't even have to be long.
Do we
Oh,
have
here she
this
is.
flight point?
We may have this flight point.
We do.
I think we came here before. Yeah, we did come here before. This is where we had to go do the Parts of Tarajo.
Okay. I could feel what occurred from here, monk. It bristled every hair I have. I'm overjoyed to hear you succeeded in pushing those horrors back, and I'll be sure to scour the area for any stray deviant creatures. You're right.
Okay.
No quests.
So we're gonna grab the flight point down to our next area.
Gonna
which-
sell shit here.
Oh yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Oh, this person can repair too. Perfect. Ooh, this helm's actually better than what I'm wearing. I think. 9 strength, 13 stamina. But no, it's not. Okay.
Apparently I haven't sold stuff in a while.
Yeah, I think it sounds pretty interesting. I'd like to see it, but I assume we will never see that.
Yeah. Likely not. Okay. Well, where we're
Okay.
flying to.
Desolation Hold in the Southern Barrens, which should be either the last questing area of the zone or the second last. And then after this, we're going to Thousand Needles, which, Mad Grandpa, you played pre-Cataclysm, so did you ever do the Thousand Needles quests, or at least go through Thousand Needles? Because as you can see, the Barrens is quite a bit different. They got like big scars to the land, and like it's been ripped entirely in half into 2 separate zones. Alright, so Piamet, did you complete the quest changing up the guard duel? Because for some reason it gave me credit while we were in the inn.
No.
Okay, come with me.
I have to go to the top of the tower. Where are you?
Yeah, I don't know. I just jumped down. Come with me over to the inn.
Okay.
So while I was standing here in the inn with you, it gave me credit for this quest earlier. So we're gonna go to the top here, and I just want you to read what they're saying. Uh, they're guys, but I can't see what they're saying, so you'll need to.
Oh, out loud.
Yeah,
Okay.
they should be here in a moment.
Okay, yeah. Warlord Gardul. Thank you, Luminal. I trust you will defer to my authority on this matter. So this is where you're hiding, Gardul, says Warlord Bloodhilt. Hiding? Listen, Bloodhilt, I've reinforced our grip on the Barrens. You cower behind your walls. If it wasn't for Luminal here, the Alliance would be marching through Mulgore. Oh my god, they're talking so fast. But they've gotten reinforcements from the Eastern Kingdoms, whereas I've been cut off. Your excuses sicken me. Consider yourself relieved of command. Relieved over my dead body. So, you do have a spine. Wait, oh wait. I yield. Yield? You yield? What part of victory or death don't you understand? And he's dragging Gardul over here and just threw him out the window. Garrosh's horde does not tolerate failure. Meet me down below and we'll discuss our upcoming counterattack. This is Warlord Bloodhill saying that. Thank you, Luminal. I trust you will, what? It's just happening again. Okay. I guess it's because I didn't turn in the quest.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, come on, man.
Yeah. I did a great job reading that.
Yeah. Mad Grandpa says, one of my favorite things I did before Kata happened is you pulled the raid boss all the way to Orgrimmar, world boss.
Oh, yes.
I'm assuming he means the Bronze Dragon in Tanaris. Although, I guess it could have been one of the Nightmare Dragons.
Wasn't there was that, Dreadlord that got pulled to Stormwind.
Not Dreadlord, Doomlord.
Doomlord, Dreadlord, same thing.
Doomlord Kazakh. Alright, so I want to turn in that quest before we pick up any, but I'm going to pick this one up.
I don't have a quest to turn in.
The changing of the Garduel, you turned it in?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't turn it in.
It turns
yet,
in
but I will.
automatically.
Yeah, I didn't do that earlier. Flightmare. The Alliance has hired in Wildhammer mercenaries to control the skies over the battle scar. I believe these same Griffin Riders were the ones to firebomb Taraho during the attack. I want our skies scoured clean. The Wildhammer dwarves fly low enough for sharp-eyed warriors to hook them. Take this. Target their griffins and dismount their riders. Once grounded, show them no mercy. I get Tomasi's sword. That's a pretty interesting looking sword. Pretty basic. Took like an hour to kite to the city. Yeah, that's why I think it was probably the Bronze Dragon. There's videos of people doing that online. Were you the one that made that video? Alright, so the quest I want to turn in, it says it's like, I just gotta click it, okay.
Yeah.
Gardul's armor. It is better than what I got. Alright, let's equip that. You've just learned a little something about the inner workings of Horde High Command. Warlord Bloodhilt is in charge of Desolation Hold now. He may have more for you to do in the courtyard below. There we go, okay.
And he does.
Wait, quick, equip my quest. Now, to the business of winning this war. Across the scarred terrain to the east, the Alliance hopes to build an overland link between their coastal strongholds. They think to build a fortress here, in the center of the Barrens, in the center of my Barrens. It will not stand. Claim the battle scar. We have fought the Alliance to a standstill here, even as the land beneath our feet falls apart. To the east, you will find the battle scar, a wide swath of decimated terrain. It is little more than a line in the sand, but it must be our line. In the center of the scar, you will find a flag marker designated who controls it. Scout out the flag. If it is not already ours, capture it for the Horde. It will swing the battle in our favor. Investigate the scar and kill anyone you find there.
We already did a quest like that.
Yes, indeed. Alright, intelligence warfare. I am convinced the Alliance is using spies to scout the field and pass along information. They knew to strike at Taraho while the hunters were afield, and they countered every one of Gardul's moves like he was an open book. Well, Miro, I for one will not be outplayed, not here. We will win the battle for intelligence. Even now I hear reports of Alliance operatives slinking around in the shadows, especially here. outside these walls, very walls. Kill them and bring me back something of use. Kill a Baron's operative and retrieve SI-7 briefings.
Crockle.
Silith issues.
I love it.
I love it.
It's
Anyway.
probably silithids.
The Silithid. They're bugs, Miro, or something like bugs. They're not natural, and we built a fortress on the equivalent of an anthill. Take this burning pitch and use. It'll let the little it'll set the little buggers on fire and plug up the burrows at the same time. Be careful when you pour this stuff out on there. The Silithid will come out in swarms. Look for Silithid mounds around the exterior destination hold. They look like heaps of sand. Kill anything that crawls out.
Yay! Yay!
I love your voice acting, so hot.
What about the quest up here?
We'll do it. We'll pick it up.
Calder Gray.
Is this undead? It is. I've always wanted to try making an abomination. It looks simple enough, but you know how it is when you learn things from a book. There's no substitute for doing. First, I'm going to need parts. Lots of parts. And you're going to get them for me. No need to be picky, human, orc, it doesn't matter. Parts is parts. Just be sure the corpses you harvest come from the battle scar, so I know they're fresh. Calder presses a rusted, gore-covered bone saw into your hands and smiles disarmingly. Well, what's the point of putting the bone saw in my hand if he's just gonna disarm me with his smile? So guys, what do you think of this week's mount?
It's alright.
Loktar Oga. Exactly.
What?
Alright, well here's the Baron's operative. You got fucked up, buddy. For a spy, you're pretty stupid. What kind of spy just rushes in and fights someone?
Is this the
Right?
sand mounds?
Maybe? This looks kind of like where Silithid would be.
Fucking hell.
These are the greatest, greatest operatives. Keep to the shadows. Is it
Okay, maybe it's further out because the quest area changed. Because we were just in the area for these guys.
secret? Mine's still showing it in this area, though.
Yeah, further out though.
It's possible. Reminds you of that rear Phoenix Dragon, but purple? I think it's based on the same model as that.
It is. Yeah, just gotta be in the middle of it.
Gotcha. So Piamet's
Also
using
maybe
the fire
use the
torch here. She can hold on a
cast.
sec.
Fucking.
That's hilarious. Alright.
You have to use it at a specific spot. This is annoying. Only 2 came out this time? Of course. No, we just need 1.
The mount is awesome. Like, really?
My mount is awesome.
Windcheek's riding one of the rarer mounts in the game. I point it out every stream because it's so cool.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I have some other cool mounts I can ride too.
But yeah, it's purple. I like purple.
Well, if you like purple, the mount I was gonna put on.
Alright, well, let's go over here first, and before you do, I gotta reset my recording.
Look how that Baron's operative spawned and just went after an NPC.
Alright, hello everyone. We're clearing out a bunch of Baron's quests now. We got Mad Grandpa and Crimson Fury in chat, and Piamet's gonna show us a new mount. There you go. Which one's this? This is the Mystic Rune Saber. Where do you get that one?
It is from the store.
Okay.
Silly
cash
bought me it. It's very cool because you can't see it because we can't fly yet, but it can fly, and it has like celestial kind of wings, a lot like that, except they might be like a more pinker kind of purple. I'm not sure. but
My grandpa says
also its tail looks awesome. Look at that.
it's true. My grandpa says, "Oh yeah, the invincible mount that no one could see."
Yeah, that meme.
And he says, "Nice galaxy, kitty."
Thank you.
Okay, so
Oh, I
this
also have
quest.
this.
We gotta kill some Wildhammer mercenaries. Oh, there's actual other people here. Hello, other people. Okay, so we gotta hook onto these guys, so I'll do this first one.
Look at my mount.
Is that the... Oh, look at that! We just hooked that guy and dragged him down. The mount PMount was just on was the rare mount that used to dropping cares on, the raid. Actually, still does. You can still do the raid.
The
I was never
fiery
able to get it.
warhorse.
It looks a lot like the Headless Horseman mount, but... Alright,
Damn
here.
these griffins. Guess there's
And
no
I
reason
ripped that
for
guy
us to
right
not-
off.
Oh, I think you got the one that I was going after.
Yeah, it looks a lot like the Headless Horseman mount. To this day, I still think Baron Rivendar's mount is one of the rarest, if not the rarest, fucking mount in the game, because it still doesn't drop.
It's very annoying to go through all of Stratholme. But I guess they've made it easier. So they've split it in two now.
Yeah, and it can also drop from the bags as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Some people have gotten it from bags, lucky assholes.
Didn't you get a blue proto drake from one of those?
Yes, I did.
I think I have a blue proto drake as well. I still haven't gotten the green proto drake. I gotta go back and try and get that. I kind of want to collect all the
I
dragons.
remember I got it on a Sprigga.
It's funny you mentioned Death Grip Mad Grandpa because my favorite class in the game, well, I don't know if it's favorite anymore, but for the longest time my
Aw.
favorite class was Death Knight. And I still love my Death Knight to death. I just haven't played her. And once I'm done getting all of the stuff done on my Demon Hunter, I'm gonna go and level her. Oh look, Tiamat, look what's in combat with us. You see?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think I know what we gotta do here. Yeah, that.
Fucking.
So guys, check this out. I'm gonna click this guy, and I'm gonna hit the bone saw. And watch. Ah, we actually cut him in the faces. That's disturbing.
Yeah. Do we have any other corpses we left? Probably not.
No, those are the only two Alliance ones. I mean, I guess there's the dwarf ones, but we didn't actually do anything with those. So, Blizzard doesn't really shy away from stuff like that. I mean, they may have in the past, but now they're just like, fuck it, people are desensitized, we don't care about this.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice if,
Here.
they gave us more than one
I'll
extremity
carve
per.
this guy. The first one I did, I got 3.
That's weird, I've only gotten one since.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm carving this guy over here.
This one gave
This
me
guy
one.
dropped 2.
I
Yeah.
guess we don't all have the same extremities.
It's true. Sometimes some extremities are only fresh, but some aren't fresh. Alright, you get the one closer to you, I'll get this. Okay, you're getting that one.
Sorry. Oh, 3.
It's a dwarf head too.
What?
Egbert's like, oh my god, food!
Egbert freaked out because I fell down the hill.
Alright. I guess we can... No, we can't pull any dwarves out of this guy anymore. That's too bad. Crimson, what do you
We
think
still
of us
have the
hacking up
hook.
this? Okay.
In our
Okay.
bags.
Can you still use it? I'm gonna go kill this Alliance
Yep.
dude walking down the hill. Okay, pull some out of this guy then. come help you kill it if you need it in a moment.
I'm fine.
Both me and this human just used shield block at the same time.
And you can dismember them.
Excellent. Got one. Damn humans and their lack of extremities.
This dwarf had 3.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Why does this dwarves have more than one? Crimson, is World of Warcraft something that you had considered playing ever, or did you just write it off? Because I wrote it off when I was younger, but
So did
then
I.
then I actually tried it, and I was like, you know what, this is pretty fun.
Yeah, it was the dungeons that got me hooked.
Haha, hooked.
Ah. Hooked, because that's what we're doing to the... I have 11.
I have 9.
Alright. Can carve that guy. I'll try to hook.
Hey, I got 3 off this one. Excellent.
My aim is bad.
You definitely did at some point. It was really popular when you were in college. You had a lot of friends pressuring you to play. Yeah. I never really had people pressuring me into playing it, which is too bad because I probably would have played it sooner. Not that I succumbed to peer pressure or anything. It's just video games. Instead, my friends were all. I had this girl in high school who was like, "Hey, I'm playing this game called Ragnarok Online. My sister plays it, and I got her to tell me about it, and then she got me to play it, and her sister gave me like 100,000 zenny at the start of the game, so
Damn.
I just kept playing it for that reason. And then I met Intrigue, and then I was like, and now my life has been terrible since.
Yeah, so bad. Look where you are now.
Kristen says, "Oh yeah, I definitely did it sometime. It was really popular when I was in college, so I had a lot of friends pressuring me to play. But I just never got around to it. I had this guy explain everything to me about it, but I was more interested in him." Hey, you can't.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, I can't fault you for that. You got all of them yet?
Not yet.
Alright. I love it.
I need 2 more. Come on, dwarf. Give up the goods. Damn it.
That dwarf did not give up the goods,
No.
but did it give up the grudge?
No. But I shut his fucking mouth.
That's true. I think that one of them was a lady dwarf.
I shut her fucking mouth.
This one's a lady dwarf as well.
Maybe they're all ladies. I don't know.
Used to help people by giving some newbies money in Maple Story.
Maple
good to help.
Story! Hey, this one drops too, of course.
If someone wants to donate to a newbie to get them started, I'd rather you come play FF14 with us than WoW. But I do think you should experience WoW. I am a warrior class, so it's kind of like a gladiator. We can use a multitude of different weapons, two-handed and one-handed, but as a tank, I tend to stick to one-handed.
I played a lot of Maple Story last spring. I was like obsessive on it because I didn't really have anything else to do in games. And they revamped Maple Story to make it a lot easier to play. And so I had a lot of fun. Miro played some too.
I am not a huge fan of Maple Story.
You
There's
liked
so many
Kana.
It's true, but I much prefer spending my time doing other things.
My main was Angelic Buster, but
His
I played a
quest-
lot.
His quest is called Parts is Parts. Did you get my parts? Let me see them. Calder peers into the sack of extremity and licks his lips with a dry black tongue. Oh my, this is exciting. Aren't you excited, Miro?
No.
Luminal? Hearts is hearts. These
But-
parts, so lovely. Muscle and sinew and fingers and toes. I'm so hungry right now. But work must be to come first. Once I stitch this pile of parts together, I'm going to need a heart strong enough to pump sludge through this rat's nest of veins. I would use my own heart, but It's a shriveled husk resembling a turnip. No, I need some real power. Get me a Kodo heart from one of those giant landquaker bulls to the south of the battle sky.
Okay. By the way, did you read the description on the extremity?
I did not. What was
It says, so fresh it's still twitching.
it? Crimson says, I take donations in Gil as well, Sasray. Well, I'm okay with giving donations in Gil to people I like.
I have a lot of gil, because I just hoard everything.
I have a fair amount of Gil because I don't spend anything.
Yeah, I don't spend anything and I sell stuff, I don't know.
Love Disney! Thank you for the host. Welcome to today's stream. We got
Hello.
Crimson Fury, we got Mad Grandpa, and as you can hear, we have Windtrigue here to greet you as well.
Yes, I also am streaming this from my point of view. But
The Alliance is
Enjoy.
nothing. Swarms of those critter crawlies? Krogal shudders. You're covered in hot tar and bug juice. Don't worry, friend. It'll come off. Someday. Now the song from The World Ends With You plays through my head. Firestone Point. I've been on top of this Silithid situation for almost a month, which makes me the local expert. Just last week, the Earthen Ring was visiting and wanted me to write down everything I know. Argo hands you a tattered book. I'm not much of a writer, or a reader for that matter, but this book is probably the most definitive thing ever written about this foe. Deliver it to Tana Skychaser down in Firestone Point. It's south of here, just west of the main road. Deliver Krogal's still okay. Yeah. Alright, now Warlord Bloodhill. I will not rest, Miro, not until they are driven back to the sea. Excellent! You're my kind of warrior, Miro. My kind of monk, Luminol. With your help, we will throw these invaders back into the sea. Watch your backs. They could be anywhere. Bloodhill peers around the fortress with narrowed eyes. Ha! The fool didn't destroy these orders. Let's see what we can learn. The Butcher of Tarajo.
ooh.
This operation had orders to secure the roadways between the Alliance Command and Fort Triumph. General Hawthorne is on the move. Leto crumples the document in his fist. It's him, Miro! Hawthorne! I spit the name. He is the one who ordered the assault on Tarajo. Now we know when and where to strike him down. Quickly, follow the road north of the battle scar, meet up with the assassin Karthog, crush Hawthorne, and string his body up along the road. Alright.
That reminds me, you know how silly like falls asleep to documentaries?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I was visiting him, he watches this documentary and falls asleep called like Secrets of British Castles. So I was listening to it, and apparently a lot of British castles had like really horrible prisons, and they would also like torture and behead and delimb and disembowel like people who did shit, and then like hang their like guts up so everybody could see. And I'm like, wow, nice castle.
Well, you do know that public shaming people had less effect back then, so controlling the masses through fear was a viable tactic that usually worked.
Well, yeah, that would make me afraid. Imagine your kids seeing that shit.
Flightmare. The Wildhammer are fierce fighters in the air or on the ground. How goes the battle? Tomusa snorts as he takes back his hook. Vengeance feels hollow. Still, I could not allow them to go unpunished. Torn Vengeance. My people are not wrathful by nature, but sometimes a thirst for justice causes them to take up arms in anger. My old friend, Gan Stormspire, on learning of the butchery of the Taraho, flew into a fury. Tribal elders could no longer hold his rage in check. Now he all but parts ways with the Horde. He's gone rogue, Miro, and seeks to lash out at the Alliance with a small band of like-minded partisans. If you too seek vengeance, you will find him southeast of here, at the foot of Baal Modan. Crimson, are we doing this for a side quest or for the main quest? Some of these are side quests, but a lot of them are part of the main quest for the Southern Barons, which the main quest seems to be us trying to figure out why.
Look at this
Matt-
NPC.
Awkwardly gangly orc. What's with his hair? Or head?
Talk to him.
Yes, Grokthomog, bok choy, friend. Zub Zub? What? Who are you? What clan are you from? Okie dokie, ready to work. You're gonna work, you're in Alliance side. Look at his face! That was amazing.
That was probably for some kind of quest. Maybe.
Bok choy. It was one of the operatives. So we could have killed that one and gotten the orders from him as well.
Guess so.
Do you guys, those of you that watched Naruto, do you remember the ending when they had the Naruto characters doing the bok choy dance? So, we have a quest that we're gonna do to the north here first.
Okay.
But yeah, the general main quest here is it started off with us learning that the Alliance had taken parts of the Horde and burned Camp Tarajo, which didn't used to be burned before Cataclysm. That was a new change to this area. And then we had to figure out why the land was suddenly filled out with an overgrowth of a jungle, which not really main quest, but it's like side main quest. It's important for the story of the Southern Barons, but it's not really important to the overall story of the Southern Barons. And basically, we're just fighting the Alliance and pushing them out of the Southern Barons because they're taking territory from the Horde. Get wrecked. That was hilarious, though. Thanks for pointing that out, Wincheek.
Yeah, I just noticed his name and I was like, what?
What we gotta do here? General Hawthorne Slave. Seek out. So we gotta do something here with General Hawthorne. Doesn't seem to be here.
Do you want me
Oh,
to
hang
look
on.
this up?
No, I found. We gotta speak to Carthog if you remember.
I
Crimson says
don't.
I'm making the general sound hotter than he actually is. Slow down, friend. You say the general is coming? Now there's a trophy for my wall. I'll distract the bodyguards, but it will be up to you to kill the General Hawthorne himself. Are you ready to strike? I'm ready, Carthog. For the Horde! They come! Everyone, get ready.
His face is in my mount's butt.
Sorry, that's where it should be. Blood and thunder!
Oh, he's an elite.
He's an elite asshole.
Guess so.
Are his henchmen elites as well?
No.
I don't think so. He's Oz! The Butcher of Tarajo is dead!
Tarajo.
Tarajo. We'll string his body from the trees and leave him swinging in the wind for the Alliance to discover. Go and tell Warlord Bloodhilt the news. Alright, let's head south now. We don't actually have to turn that in yet.
I don't know if I said this, but like regarding the whole side quest thing, these zones, when they were revamped, were made to have like cohesive storylines. So there's not really, I mean, some quests, like maybe the extremities thing, I don't know, but everything still fits together.
Yeah, Crimson, I'm not sure if that matters to you overall playing the game, but back in the day, these zones were, particularly the Barrens, were a lot bigger. North and South Barrens were all one zone, but for the sake of every zone just kind of had various little quest hubs that weren't connected in any way. They had no real cohesiveness to how they flow. So you kind of just ran around doing quests that just had little random plots, but nothing really set together. Whereas now, you can go through the... Okay, there's a lot. Yeah, we gotta sneak around here. Thunderstomp. There's a rare one right there, though. Let's go fight it.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a lot of quests now that you can do that they all follow a story, and they will lead you from one zone to another. There's less requirement to just run around trying to find stuff. which in a way is not that great because if you really like the explorings, and Barrens was where all the trolls hung out. Yes, in some servers that's still true. Crossroads is still a place where people hang out, but it's less so than it used to be.
Yeah, I
There's a-
haven't seen it. We gotta kill this.
It's not on any of the servers that I'm on.
Yeah, I haven't seen it happen.
See, I actually started. Oh, there's our quest. Excellent. Anyway, I actually started playing World of Warcraft before PMET. I started just before Wrath of the Lich King came out. I played a warlock named Uchiha Lich because I was a huge Naruto fan and a weeb.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm still a huge Naruto fan, but I think I'm less of a weeb. I think.
Yeah. I'd say so.
That's worse since you can feel the grind more, whereas continuing quests, exactly, like, if you have a quest line that continues and the story goes on, it feels like less of a grind because you're learning something, you're experiencing, like you're part of the story. Gan looks you up and down. We could use your help, warrior, but this is not a skirmish. We fight here to strike a killing blow, or die trying. Gan grasps you with a blood-caked hand. My wounds are great, but I will not rest until the dwarves of Baal Modan pay for their crimes. We smuggled a man inside their fortress during our last raid. A goblin saboteur, Weasel Slipshadow. Create a disruption at the gates, kill who you can, then slip inside the fortress of Baal Dun to the south and find Weasel. The stronghold can only be destroyed from within, and Weasel can't do it alone. Guess we can do that. So Baal Modan was an area that actually existed in the Southern Barrens before. I don't remember there being too many quests here because this area was largely Horde. There were a few, but I don't remember. Like many people that I knew that went through the Alliance didn't even know this place even existed.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting that they at least they give us a reason. Like even the Horde didn't really have too many quests that dealt with this, if I remember correctly. Look at Luminol and Miro just taking out the Horde. She's like, I'll get the one on the right, you get the one on the left.
Oh, this music. I love this music.
Any quests that had to do with the Baal Modan here, the police we're in right now, I don't recall there being too much that had to do with this this particular castle.
Now the music changes in the
fortress.
building
Of course.
to this panicky shit.
This is the dungeon music.
Oh.
This is the music in Blackrock Depths, I think. Which we're gonna do. Eventually. So as you can see, this building looks a lot like another building that we were actually in before.
There's usually a rare at the bottom here, I think. If I'm thinking of the right one.
Well, you were correct in the Hillsbrad when we were in a building that looked like this.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. There's this haggis boat murder. But he's
Boat.
not a rare.
He's probably who we have to kill for the next quest.
Do we
Yeah, I
turn this
don't-
in here?
There's a quest to giver on the thing here, but I think they may be in the next room over or upstairs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like in the building.
Yeah, I think so. Someone just go by us?
No?
Oh, I just wonder, I just saw someone go up there.
Maybe it's
Egbert.
Egbert.
I just saw like a glimpse of a blue name go up the stairs. And I was like, wait, is that?
It's probably Egbert.
Anyway, here they are. This. How would nobody see this? They just got a piece of cheese on their head. Look at this goblin. Yeah, Blizzard. You do good work, warrior. That riot you caused at the fortress entrance has caused these dwarves running around with their heads cut off. I don't know if you noticed on your way in, but this whole fortress is erected around a giant cannon. If we can just find the ammunition magazine, we could blow this place sky high as easy as kiss my hand. But to figure it out, I'm gonna need the fortress schematics, and I haven't been able to steal them yet. Put the plans on the lowest floor, right down these stairs. Oh, how do you think we got there? Hello, Haggis boat murder. Fortress architect. Okay. We're over here. Alright, so these say a depiction of the fortress using primitive icons to represent essential structures. The Bael'Dun Fortress schematics. Time is money, friend! Give me the plans, quickly, our time grows short. Mostly because I've been eating my disguise. Let's see. It looks like the artillery shells are prepped here, then loaded into the secure magazine. Weasel rubs his hands together. Miro, Lumino, are you ready to blow some stuff up? Hey, shoulders. I could use more shoulders. Actually, they're way better than what I got. These dwarven artillery shells have a built-in airburst timer. This is easy! Just sabotage one of the artillery shells in the loading bay and then hoist it up into the magazine. Boom, baby, boom! You'll find the shells in one of two loading bays behind the main garage on this level. It's right around the corner. Once you rig the artillery shell, run! Run like the wind, Miro! Luminal! Then report to Gan at the camp. I'll be right behind you.
Be careful out there.
That boom, though. Crimson says that boom, though.
Oh, I got aggroed.
It's fine. Bring it over.
Stuck.
I realized it would probably be faster for me to just run over. Since I have charge.
Yeah. I got stuck on something.
I got a dig rat? Says it's a quest item? I don't think it's actually a quest item.
I have a dig rat too. It says it's a crafting region.
Yeah. It's weird, because when I went to pick it up, it was like quest item, and then when I look at it, it's this crafting region.
The fuck?
Okay, here's a shell. Sabotaging the shell.
Oh.
Done. Alright, I guess we gotta get the fuck out. I'm sorry for this, everyone.
What?
This loud sound. This loud klaxon.
Oh no, I was inside. I like how it shows both of us running out.
Yeah.
That was cool that they did that.
That cheese man was really enthusiastic. Goblins love their explosion. Oh, we're over here, alright. Bael'Dun destroyed? Wincing in pain, Gan twists his head to peer behind him, where plumes of smoke darken the skyline. Miro, my friend, you have avenged Taraho and avenged the Tauren people. The invaders will not soon recover from that blow. Thank you. Gan closes his eyes, his head tipping forward as his breath gives way to a series of ragged coughs. Okay. Oh, there's another quest here. Alright. And this one's a lady Tauren. Oh, this is a guy Tauren. Never mind.
Hold on. I'm gonna add this to my gear.
Yeah, my shelter pads don't look as weird as shit anymore. They don't really match my color scheme, but whatever. Alright, this one's called Next of Kin.
Oh good, this hat doesn't look dumb.
Nato pulls you aside and speaks in a whisper. Miro, I have removed the bullet from Gan's chest, but the bubbles in his blood tell me all I need to know. His lungs are punctured, and the wound grows septic. He's not long for this world. Take this. It's the bullet that killed him. His family will want to know what became of their youngest warrior. Seek out Alto Stonespire. He's posted in Dustwall Marsh. Go northeast and follow the road to Brackenwall Village. Alright, we can pick it up. I don't know if we're going to do that one, though. Just because I don't know if we're going to go to Dustwall Marsh. However, I'm going to reset my recording. Hey guys, there we go. It was the end of days. Okay. Tactical nuke. Yeah, we blew up their facility, Crimson. I'm glad you like my excited voice acting.
Yes, mine also.
We get a lot of males in the Horde areas. We don't get a lot of lady people to voice.
That's so
So
rare.
we're gonna aggro. Is this rare? Malgan Barley Brew? Yep. So you get rare mobs, like the one we just pulled. Rare mobs are interesting because they drop items, typically things that I can't use. More often than not, actually. They are things that I cannot use. Alright, well, we're gonna fight these dwarves, I guess, on our way out. That's fine, come with me. Might as well help out these Tauren while we're here, right?
Yeah.
I guess these are part of the, yeah, these are part of Baal Mumdan, technically. Or Baaldun. There you go. Once I'm out of combat, I'll mount. It's awesome. There we go, knock him out. Elder Miro on her way. Oh, okay, here's a Lady Tauren. Tana Skychaser, Firestone Point.
Do you bring news from up north? Is this from Krogel? Wonderful. Despite all the turmoil in the world, we can't turn our back on the Silithid threat. It is important to have people like Krogel studying our enemy closely and learning its secrets for the fight ahead. Donna opens the book and glances over the first page. Her face falls. Oh, well, I suppose it's something, at least. We are here to monitor the scars of the land and watch for further signs of instability. While we haven't seen any yet, a cataclysmic aftershock could devastate the Barrens even further. To the northeast, near the chasm, earth elementals rampage out of control. To soothe the earth, these need to be occasionally destroyed and their essence returned in a ritual. If you help us do this, monk, I would be happy to reward you.
Okay, and now we have this Lady Orc.
I would ask a favor of you, monk and warrior. A warrior named Mankrik passed through our camp not long ago on a lonely journey. His wife was killed by the Quillboar long ago, and he still seeks revenge. I cannot forget his eyes, burning with inconsolable hatred every waking moment. We did not talk long, but I cannot bear to think of him out there alone. Please bring this to Mankrik and tell him it is from me.
Okay.
Mankrik's furor over his dead wife raises further concerns, monk and warrior. The Quillboar in Razorfin Crawl are far more ruthless and full of hatred than Mankrik could ever imagine. You should travel south there and speak with my old friend Ald Stonespire. He works to put an end to the rampage before the land suffers more in its already weak condition.
Okay. Well, let's go fight these elementals up here first. So those of you who don't know, the Silithid were those bugs that we, if you weren't watching earlier or weren't paying attention or don't know, the Silithid were those bugs that we burned their ant hill type areas, and they came out and tried to fight us and then got killed. They're a bigger threat to Azeroth than most people realize because they work for old gods. They're some of the oldest races in Azeroth as well. As old or older than trolls, which are the one of the oldest mortal races. These things do not want. There we go.
Oh, God. I didn't even know we were supposed to be looting something from them.
Yeah, of course. Fortunately, there do seem to be quite a few of them.
There's more in the chasm.
Yeah, I'm just going along the side of it first. And then we're gonna cut through it. There we go. And this dude. So, Crimson, did you play any of the Warcraft games? Warcraft 1, 2, 3? I grew up playing Warcraft 1 when my dad brought home a PC for us. He picked up a bunch of weird games, but also,
I pulled one.
okay, I got one over here as well. He just picked up a rock and smashed me with
I just realized I could have pulled them out of the chasm.
it. That's right, this one
with
here.
chain lightning.
Do you have all 4 now?
Yeah, mine dropped one also.
Oh, that's another thing, guys. Elemental monsters, like the earth elemental monsters, if you are trained in mining, you can actually mine their corpses, which is kind of cool. You want to go turn in our quests over here while we're here?
Sure.
Alright. But yeah, my dad picked up a PC when we were young. He started off with Mac because my grandfather was really into Macintosh, and he got a bunch of weird games. Like he had this odd pinball game that he really liked, which okay,
Huh?
look,
Oh, his abomination.
he succeeded. He made his abomination.
Well, good job.
He set a goal and he got it. Yeah, you could like mining, like pickaxes, getting ore. You could mine the corpses of certain monsters.
Herbalism
kinda-
also.
Yeah, you can herbalize plant monsters now, and you can also skin. You could always skin monsters because that was how you got stuff for skinning. So it's kind of like
There's
kind of like
quest
that.
up here.
Okay, hang on. I got this guy stunning me. Holy shit, that lasts forever. What the fuck? Where'd he go? Oh, alright, he's over here fighting. You stun me, you die. That's how it goes. It wasn't even sap, it was just stun. This guy's holding a bone. You've gotta have a heart, Miro. All you really need is heart. Calder grasped the gigantic heart in both hands, squeezing it and listening to the valves slurp and squish. His pale mask of a face splits open into an enormous childlike grin. It is so very important to love one's work. Wouldn't you agree, Miro? Luminol? Calder chucks the heart over his shoulder into a waist pile high of entrail. Smarts is smarts. My monstrosity is taking shape. All that's left is to stuff his skull with something useful. I'm talking about brains, Miro, and here I'm going to be picky. The abomification process causes significant brain damage, so it's best to start with someone smart. One of the Alliance officers should do nicely. Seek out one of the captains on the far side of the battle skull and try not to damage the goods while you kill him. Okay. He actually drops pants that aren't as good as what I got, but whatever. It's free, it's easy EXP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's good to see that Blizzard went through to some of their professions and were like, how can we improve this? I know, let's let miners harvest Earth enemies. That makes sense. Upon hearing the news, Bloodhilt snorts. His eyes gleam. He tips his head back and bellows a wet, cackling laughter that echoes between the blackened halls of Desolation Hold and reverberates through the hills beyond.
Wet. Huh?
I don't know how a wet laugh is supposed to sound, but
Gross.
So it is done! The Butcher of Tarajo is felled at last! Cut down in the streets like a dog! Fitting! You have done well, Miro. You've sowed fear into our enemies, and soon we will reap the harvest. Alright, that's all we gotta do there. Alright, let's go kill that captain.
I got good shoulders from that.
Oh, awesome. I didn't get anything, but that's okay. You needed shoulders, right?
He offered me a few things. Well, I had shoulders, but I guess these were a decent upgrade. It's like
That's fair.
full stats upgraded. So,
Alright, smarts is smarts. Miro and the captain, make it happen. Yeah, that's the captain. She's not actually. Luminol and the captain, make it happen. Miro's the
What?
captain.
fuck.
It's the rules.
Rude.
I thought you understood the rules.
It's not rules.
I think she just desolate or devastate the entire time. Alright, we gotta find a captain. So where's the captain hanging out over here?
There's one.
Oh. Alright. And this orc is fighting with 3 dudes.
Guess we better help.
May as well. We're good horde soldiers, so
We're Belfs.
we're still part of the horde.
We don't give a shit.
What? Bells do give a shit. They tried so hard to be part of the horde.
Oh, well. I'm
Oh, forgot to ask. My grandpa, do you typically play horde or alliance? And if so, what's your favorite race in the game? Brains! Coulter holds the brain in an outstretched hand while withdrawing a gore-caked multi-tool from his belt. Wonderful work! Now the secret here is to leave the reptilian nervous system intact while removing the higher cognitive functions. We can't have our new friend developing a conscience or remembering he's Alliance. Calder digs and sniffs at the brain, removing large chunks. And we're finished! How lovely. And there's his abomination. It's alive, Luminol! It's alive! Go forth, my beautiful angel! Ah, it's so very sad when one's children leaves the nest, isn't it?
And then we're done with Desolation Hold. What's
Yes,
that?
we are. Off he goes. Look at its butt.
Which is another thing they added. Is notifications of how far you are through the quest line. Like if you press L to see your quest, Miro, you'll see Southern Barrens story progress 6 out of 7 chapters.
That's true.
So
Look
the
at it.
only one we're missing is Firestone Point.
Mad
you mouse
Grandpa,
over it.
Crimson, everyone else. Look at how that thing is shaking its ass.
Ugh.
Look, there's another
It's not as
abomination
bad
there.
as Genji.
Not as bad as Genji. You have to go for now? Okay, Crimson, thank you for coming out.
Bye.
He says, have a good rest of your stream and Wintrig as well.
Thank you.
And my grandpa says he played Horde and he liked Torn and Undead. I actually have a Torn Paladin that I really like. His name is Dole. Just Dole. But you played Blood Elf Pally because Pally. Well, Torrens can be Paladins as of Cataclysm.
Yeah, that's true.
They're called Sunwalkers, and I played a Tauren Paladin because people got so upset when they released Tauren Paladins because it violated the rules of the lore, which was apparently the Taurens can't be Paladins. But fuck that.
You've also played a lot of Blood Elf Paladins.
I have played a lot of Blood Elf Paladins.
Because we made a lot of ults on various servers. Okay. The elements must be carefully balanced, so returning the essence is key. I hope you've been collecting it. Thank you, friend. It's important we try to calm this earth in every way we can. Okay. That was anticlimactic.
Yeah. Oh, this is a quest. Blood of the Barons way over there. We'll go look at that after. Mancrick, I knew this name sounded familiar. He's a blade master. What is it? I'm busy. Maka sent you? Mancrick's fury quells for a moment. It is a small comfort, but nothing can console me until I am done here. Don't stop bereaving. For a moment, I thought my hatred had stilled. My wife laid to rest, a final offering of blood of her murderers to quell her tortured spirit. I thought perhaps peace would appeal to me. I was wrong. I will not rest until every single filthy, squealing, murderous Quillborn lays dead and broken. I cannot kill them fast enough with my own hands. My own two hands. Go and slay more for me, but I'll kill 13 raising more Quillborn. Okay. Oh, we gotta go over to this area anyway.
Yes.
You once entered a dungeon with like 5 Blood Elf Paladins?
That is definitely possible.
Yeah, you got 1 tank, 1 heal, and 3 DPS. It's very rare. Even today, it's still incredibly rare, but that'd be a sight to see. I remember one time, I think I was with Peanut actually. We entered a dungeon. It was 3 boomkins. And they were
Blood
doing
of
weird.
the Barons.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I'll read it.
Yeah.
This bright red stone, found clutched in the grasp of a quillboar, has been carefully carved into the likeness of a great boar with thorny vines sprouting from its back. Its surface is smooth and worn with care. Did the quillboar make this? If you find others, maybe one of the shaman at Firestone Point could tell you more about them.
Excellent. So, yeah, we entered this dungeon, and I'm pretty sure it was with Lynching. Maybe not though.
Yes, it
but
was.
Oh yeah, we had 3 boomkins, and they kept doing things like running around, and then they just like
They all
stop
went
and dance.
tiny.
And they were all really tiny. Yeah, and they just like run around, randomly stop, and start doing dances and such. We were like, what the fuck?
This
But
is
they were
back
great.
in Wrath, too. I remember it was in, Halls of Lightning.
Yeah, it was. All the lightning. It was the most ridiculous thing, but it was great. They were good sports. They didn't hold back the group or anything. They were just having fun, which was awesome. I remember going to the Blasted Lands on my death night, finding a person had used the Christmas item to turn into a snowman. It was just there, in the middle of nowhere, as a snowman. And
I've run into those too. Like, it's fucking weird. And I think like just random snowman pets out, but I'm not sure. I should show my snowman pet.
shit. We got Benja and Egbert right now.
Hold on. I'll take it out. Where is it? Tiny snowman. It's level 25.
Ah yes, the tiny
There it
snowman.
is. Look at it. Zoom in.
He tips his hat and falls over and dies because it's too hot.
It's not winter, so sad.
You always use that skeleton transad undead pally tank. Yeah, the snowmans die in hot weather though, so you gotta take them out while you're in cold areas.
I
Makes you feel
actually
alive.
like either put a ticket about that or I may have just put a ticket in. But anyway, I got a response from the GMs or something that was like, yeah, they don't last during like non-winter veil. And I was just like, no.
What is 8 MME? Mad Grandpa. I don't recognize that reference.
I don't know what that is either, off the top of my head at least.
Yeah, you gotta acknowledge, you gotta realize I'm old and I don't understand things.
Yeah, I'm old too.
That's older than me.
Slightly.
Oh, there's a quest over here. What does this goblin want?
The
What's a goblin lady?
Oh, it's a pet tamer.
Oh, I want to do that quest.
Yeah, I was like, why is it blue?
Touchscreen keyboard, didn't mean to press enter. Shadow
Oh.
Drycan, thank you for the host.
Aww.
Was Shadow streaming?
I don't know.
I don't even know. Alright, well. Welcome, Shadow. Welcome, Shadow's viewers. My alert has not popped up letting me know that Shadow is auto-hosting me. That's why. Okay. Why is it telling me now? It's very strange. Okay, whatever. We need to find one more of these blood shards.
Hate this jump back they do.
Yeah, it's so annoying. So Quillboars are not a race that are used very often. I think Barrens is one of the few places you'll ever run into these guys. But as you can hear, they make squealing pig sounds when they die. Basically pig people. They keep warthogs as pets, so...
Weird.
I'm wondering if they eat the warthogs, in which case would that be considered cannibalism?
There we go. Don't stop.
Oh, he says how immersive for a
Even.
snowman. Yeah, the fact that it's really sad that it dies in the hot weather, but in a way it's also kind of interesting that they thought enough about that and were like, hey, this should happen. This makes sense.
Yeah. In the winter, it just stays out, and it's very cute.
So, you know, it's great that they put some thought into that.
Yeah. It's just, like, sad. Here. Right? You should go.
We should do his, yeah.
Yeah.
He's fighting something, we should help him.
No, we can just talk to him. He can talk and fight at the same
Yeah, but
time.
I wanted to fight them. Good, and take your reward. This is only a prelude. Mangletooth. I no longer care for honor or glory, warrior. All that matters to me is the Quillboar die by any means at anyone's hand. Mangletooth, the chief of these filthy Razormen, sits in his lair to the northwest, atop a hill, end his life. I plan to stay here and pile these bodies until no more vermin run squealing from the crawl to face me. Kill Mangletooth. Let's turn this one in. We are literally almost done with the Southern Barrens, guys.
Yes. Alright, silly messaged me.
Tell Sully to fuck off.
Another message. Is this him too? Okay. Yes. These are blood shards. They used to be found all over the Barrens. It said they were formed from the blood of a Gamagan, the great demigod that the Quillboar sprang from. I knew the Quillboar prized them, but nobody would think they'd take the time and care to carve them like this one. There may be more to learn here. I think the Quillboar are being driven by more than just crude desire. Would you help me look into this further? To the west, scattered among the Quillboar settlements and camps, I've noticed boar skulls. They gleam from a distance, polished smooth, distinct from the remains littered in their waste piles. I think these may be objects of worship. Bring me several of these to examine.
Okay. So we're gonna go back over to the Quillboars, and we're gonna find skulls, and there's one right there. P-Mac can have it.
Well,
Fight
she did
this
say
thing.
they glow.
That's true.
That's one thing they also added, was making quest items and shit way more visible.
That's true. For those of you who don't know, a Gamagand is, as they said, a demigod. He was basically a giant boar. That's what he was. He was a demigod boar, and he died during the War of the Ancients. He was killed by uh, the Burning Legion. Burning Legion are a bunch of demons who sought to get into um, Azeroth and were pushed back by the Night Elves, Tauren trolls, Furbolgs, and a bunch of other races. Dragons helped a little, but then they ended up in a situation where they could no longer help, which we'll touch on later. But Agamagan was one of the demigods that were helping them and got killed here.
You can have both of these since I have two.
Polished boar skull.
Ugh. Look at the
Like
pet
said,
I
not
have
good,
out.
but- Ah, Squirmels, the original Squirmels. Well, actually, the original Squirmels would be made.
It dances too.
It does. I remember Aaliyah had Squirmels held all the time.
That was the original schools.
And then I had the Fiery Imp to replace Pipnik, or Zeptai.
Zeptai.
So I got the greatest names for my imps when I was leveling my Warlock. My Uchiha Lich had an imp named Pipnik, which reminded me of Picnic. And Aaliyah got one called Zeptai, which just sounds, it just rolls off the tongue well.
Yeah, it does. Then they made you get rid of it.
They did, it was rude.
It's like,
They were
bye.
like, oh, you gotta use other pets. And I'm like, but I don't want to use other pets, I want to use my imp. Fortunately, I think imps are now still the go-to again, but you, if you choose to use the upgraded version, they fail. Okay, there we go.
I thought they were just gone completely.
No, you can still use the other one.
Okay.
Like, it's still there, but there's reasons to not use it now.
Because I know they gave that talent in Mop, but I thought they redid it again and made it so... Because, the options were, empowered pet, get rid of your pet, and then, something else. So, either way, you didn't have Zeptai.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I don't remember what the third option was.
you either get rid of him or you empower him, and the empowered imp was nobody used it. Oh wait, no, the empowered imp was the observer, which was really dumb looking. I hated that thing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, wait, the Observer was the empowered Fellhound.
Oh, that's right,
The imp
because
did
I
it.
was the dot one, affliction.
Yeah, the empowered imp was just a bigger imp. It was it just was a different name, and it wasn't as cool as Zeptai. Echoes of a Gamagand.
Oh, this is me. Do you have the skulls? Yes, these are clearly symbols of a Gamagan. But if the Quilboar are still devoted to their dead god, what is the source of their vicious aggression? It said that Gamagan was noble and even gave his life fighting the Burning Legion. A moment, Luminol and Miro. We must confer with the spirits. That was fast. Oh. She's saying stuff, but this doesn't matter because she's giving us a new quest already. I can't put him out of my mind, Luminol and Miro. Sometimes at night I can hear his howls of rage and suffering echoes across the plains. To imagine him out there alone and in such pain, please, I must ask a favor of you. Go to Man Creek and tell him to come see me.
Okay, so basically what she's saying here is that she asked these guys to help them find a vision of what's going on, and they summoned an image of the lady who leads the Quilboar. Her name's Shagra, or Shalga, sorry. I think she's the boss in one of the Razorfen dungeons, which we will be doing next week. They will be, sorry, they are, she leads the orcs, oh not the orcs, the Quilboar, and she's basically getting them to kill because they need blood to resummon a Gamagand.
That was funny.
I swore that nothing would stir me to take this blade up again. I was a fool. Mangletooth. Good, good. They all die. Their chieftains and their women and their children and their foul pets.
Okay.
All right. Maka wants you to come see her, Maker. Maka wishes to see me. Very well. Return to her. I will follow. All right. And there we go. We got the Southern Barons quest complete. That's all of them. So, Mad Grandpa, there was a reason I was actually asking if you wanted to, or if you had done the Southern Baron or the Thousand Needles, because Thousand Needles is where we're going next, chosen by me. When she gets to choose the area after the Thousand Needles.
Thank you, both of you. That's it.
Look at this land, Mancrick. The Horde and the Alliance tear each other apart just to claw at each other's spite. Such hatred is only bringing us destruction. I can see it in you as you fight the Quillbear. 4. Your anger does nothing but wear you away. You're destroying yourself, Mancred. There is nothing left for me. I seek a warrior's death. Is that wrong? You seek escape, not glory. It's suicide. So what if it is? Why do you even care? Why are you sitting beside her? Because...
She loves him.
Because despite what you think, there may be people in this world who would mourn your passing. Maka.
And he's like, no, my wife.
Please, Mankrik, let go. Set down your blade. Be the Punisher no longer. This hatred in me has burned for years, Maka. Your words cannot lift it from me so easily. Then you do not need to bear it alone. Just sit next to me and forget your troubles, if only for a while. Come see me whenever you are weary. Mankrik nods. Sorry, a little bit of story there. Thank you, Maka. Didn't Thousand Needles grow a forest or something?
Nope.
No. No, it did not grow a forest. But Cataclysm did affect it in other ways, which you're gonna see. Hey, look, he's back over here already. Man, he wasted no time.
He's like, yeah, sure. Fucks off.
Anyway, that guy's story is basically the story of the Punisher.
Oh, yeah, this is 2,000 Needles. Good. Yeah.
Look at this area, though. I like this area just because of like how desolate it looks while still being like overgrown with like these giant thorns. Where's Maleficent? She'd love it here.
Are you ready?
Carved piece of wood. Anyway, are you ready for this, Mad Grandpa? Are you ready to see what has happened to the Thousand Needles? I actually really like the sun, so that's why I wanted to do it.
The Great Lift.
The Great Lift is gone. Look! The Thousand Needles. They are flooded. Alright. Where is the opening quest for this area, though? Is it far to the right?
Yes, it's where the flight point is.
What's the name of that mount?
Azure Water Strider.
Yeah, this is the only gimmick mount I'm gonna put on my bar. What mount is what? The one I'm riding or the one that Tiamat's on? So there's two flight points. So you're talking about the one way over there, but there's also a Horde exclusive one far to the left.
The one way over there. Yeah. It's a bit of a walk, but enjoy the scenery. No,
Indeed.
when this zone came out, this mount didn't exist.
It's true.
There was no water walking mount.
Yep. This came out in Miss Pandaria, this mount here. There was actually a bunch of different color ones originally, but they quickly removed those and left just this one. But there is a second one you can get in Warlords of Draenor now.
Yeah, for a
Give me a
lot
second.
of work, and it's just different color, so.
Yep. Hey everyone, we are heading across Thousand Needles. I could have sworn there was a another one over at the far end of West Reach Summit there. Like some quests over there. But
Oh.
anyway, yeah. So this is a gimmick mount that is pretty much just there to help you walk over water. And as you can see, there's everything that existed here. Like the zone's still there underwater. You can still see it. But like all the little towns and such are gone, replaced with water. It's really kind of cool how they did this. And this zone is one of the ones that had some of the most obvious changes to it. Sorry, I got light shining in my eyes right now from my window. From water spouts to burnt villages up there. Like this place took a hit. Where are you going?
I don't know.
So what do you think, Mad Grandpa? Is this the Thousand Needles you remember?
No.
I wanted to make it a big reveal because that's why I asked him early in the stream if he had been to the Thousand Needles.
I know. Well, the questing here is vastly improved. And it's also something both Horde and Alliance can do.
True. I'm pretty sure there is a Horde exclusive part just on the far side
Yeah,
of the map.
there's
though.
Horde at the end. Actually, I think I know what that is. Yeah. That's where it leads to Faralas. That's what that is.
Perhaps. But still, you get to pick the next zone, so.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got? 39. Not doing too bad. Oh, look at those turtles. There used to be a racetrack here.
It's true.
You honestly didn't remember what Thousand Needles looked like? Ah. Well, either way, this is still pretty cool. Now there's boats here, there's Light Point. Now you remember the racetrack, yeah.
Yeah, it just said I discovered Raceway ruins.
Yep. After we discover this, I need to get up for a moment and here, change how my blinds are working because I am being blinded right now. Okay, give me a sec.
Okay.
What's the word on the street? Catch you on the flip side.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to reverse the direction of my blinds because the sun, I'm on the second floor, so the sun's coming directly down, so it's just shining right through the blinds where I'm sitting. So if I reverse the direction of them, they block out the light. Okay.
So, I think we have to pick up the War Chief's command thing
board?
to open
That's what I was thinking.
quests
So-
here. But let's save our,
Yes.
our thing here.
That's just what I was gonna say.
Ugh.
I think it's inside. It might be downstairs.
Oh, downstairs, right. Oh, yeah, it's the bar.
Gnomes and goblins working together. I like how they're considered aggro.
Need something? Safe
Daisy, the
travel?
innkeeper. And she's a human. Alright,
That's nice.
she just called me gorgeous.
Oh.
Alright, we're gonna fly back up the Ogrimmar real quick and pick up a quest. Hopefully it has 1,000 needles.
I'm sure it must.
It's level 40, so... And I'm
Oh,
almost
and
level
we're
40.
39.
Almost level 40.
Uh, that might be it.
Maybe. We'll see, though. There can be something we can do for a level here or there.
Yeah.
It's all coming back to you. I don't really think there were too many zones in this game that I disliked, honestly, after the Cataclysm revamp anyway. I mean, Desolus was pretty awful, but now it's not bad. It's getting flying over.
Long flight.
It'll be a fair length, yeah. But we get to show off a few of the zones here, too, or a few of the areas.
Yep.
Like, look at those seagulls, those water spouts. You never see that in real life. It's pretty awesome, I must say. Here we go.
Wormbog. Those dragons.
So this is Dustwallow Marsh. If I had to dislike a zone, this would probably be it.
I liked this zone.
I mean, after Cataclysm, it's great, but before Cataclysm, it wasn't good. Horde or Alliance.
Look over there. To our right.
Oh, the Onyxia's Den. That's a boss den. No Hearth Orgrimmar. No, our Hearth is set to 1,000 needles, so we'll be getting back there pretty quick. We can go turn in that quest there too after if we are not leveled.
What quest?
The one we have in this area next to Kin.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Brackenwall Village. I remember this didn't really have anything in it. Way back when. Hey look, there's somebody in front of us now. They're a level 73 Blood Elf Paladin. Yeah, we see Dustwallow Marsh. Not very exciting. Well, at least aesthetically. But the storyline here now in Cataclysm's pretty good. So if we have to, we can do this one instead of 1,000 Needles. But either one is fine.
1,000 needles.
I do want to do 1,000 Needles.
We could do a dungeon if we need to level.
Yeah, that's true. Very close to a level.
Same.
I only need 23%.
I need 9%.
But if it doesn't show up on the board, we can run a dungeon as the last thing we do today.
Oh yeah, it's 426.
And here you go. You got Ratchet. That's this one, yeah. Yeah, Ratchet here. And this one hooks to the area over in Stranglethorn Vale. You could ride that
Booty
boat there,
Bay.
actually. Booty Bay, yep. Let's just get into that. You can ride that one all the way over there. This over here, these red mountains, they are the starting area for the orcs, actually. This is the part we're flying by right now. That's Duratar. As you can see, after Cataclysm landed, even Duratar was flooded a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Booty Bay, Ganktown. Looks so different. I really like this area. I mean the aesthetic of it. We're almost there, team. Couldn't go someone 20 minutes without someone ganking you. I take it you played on a PvP server, Mad Grandpa? I did play on a PvP server. I don't think I've ever truly played on a PvP server.
Yeah.
Not much for PvP. I'm bad at it. I would just die over and over again because I'm not great.
I wouldn't play a PvP server. If I want a PvP, I go into PvP. Alright, so...
We're gonna go to the board, see if it gives us the quest. Yeah, an elevator. And as you can see, Duratar, you like the danger? No, I'm not. I'm not bashing anybody who likes the PvP zones. I just can't do them. I'm not. I'd just be die over and over again. I can't do PvP.
Forget you can transmog your hat now.
It's true. I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah.
That and I don't like the idea of high level players going and beating up low level players. That always bugged me too.
Yeah.
I just changed the color of my chest piece to match my pants. There are times you had to log out because somebody wouldn't stop cramping your body. Yeah,
Jesus.
that kind of thing is what put me off. Although there's a funny music video that someone made for one of the BlizzCon events, and the song he made was called "Don't Make Me Get My Main."
And then he does and dies.
Yeah, I think it's called "Get My Main." If you check it out on YouTube, it's actually really funny and really well done. I really like it. I still go back and listen to it every now and then. Alright, so it doesn't have it here yet. It just has Faralos, Desolus, and Western Playgrounds.
Why would it have Faralos before 1,000 Needles?
Question, let's check. Faralos is 35 to 60. 1,000 Needles is 40 to 60.
Yeah, so we need to level.
Okay, let's go into a dungeon. So our next dungeon will be Razorfen Krull.
Hooray.
Alright, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Look at me now.
That's when rogues could sap you forever. Yeah.
My hat. Look at my hat.
Nope. I require healing.
Uh,
Hell on. That person's riding a dog. That person's riding a motorcycle. It's a very small succubus. Hey, look, that person didn't collect. Oh, they did. Fire halo.
Chubs.
Feeling
Chubs.
thorny. Going guano. There are jobs. Again. Take them down. Okay. I don't remember what any of these quests. Talk to the spirit of again. Okay.
Nero trips a rope trap. What?
Apparently I did again.
The fuck is that?
Chasing a torchbearer. He fucked up though. Oh, I see the rope trap. Alright.
Where?
So Razorfang Crawl. This is what I was talking about. We were gonna do this next week. We'll do the second one next week, but this week we're gonna do this one. Razorfang Crawl is a dungeon inside of Southern Barrens. It's with the Quillbore. It's basically one of their two home cities, I guess you could call it. Damn, I can't interrupt that. Oh, this is the boss. Alright. Crawl Blast. Vine Line.
There's
Drop
no
anything?
loot. That wasn't a boss?
I guess.
What the fuck?
I was gonna. I like Crawl Frog.
Aw.
Look at all the jubs in here. Night Elf? No. We have. That is a Void Elf. Or,
A
Nightborn.
Nightborn.
Yeah. Void Elves. So, in the new expansion, Battle for Azeroth, which I have to actually pay for soon, they let you unlock allied races, which basically are just a new race, I guess. They don't really add anything to the game, as far as I can tell, but they have their own stories and such, which is kind of cool. And you can play as a Nightborn. You can play as, were a race or a form of elf, a night elf that were added in. Anyway, they're a form of night elf that are night elf that were added in Legion. Yay, grants.
Thanks.
And upon unlocking them, you had access to some cool story. They have their own individual gear sets, I believe. So lots of fun stuff in you actually using them. I think Horde get Nightborn and High Mountain Tauren, and Alliance gets Void Elves and Dark Iron Dwarves. One of the two. Pretty sure Trolls also have one that they're gonna release with Battle for Azeroth. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more than what they currently let you have, but hey, look, I don't have to voice anything here. They do it themselves. Reshape. Oh, let's not have you doing that. Yeah, so it's just a fun thing they added for the new expansion, which I don't know if you've followed up on WoW News, but it is called Battle for Azeroth. I think it looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. I find it hard to imagine what they could possibly do that could outdo the previous expansion in terms of what we were fighting, but we'll see. We shall see. Because I feel like it's going to be the next Moth. Yeah, no chance. Poison arrow volley. And you got this warlock who's like, hey, these ones are standing away from the tank. I'm going to attack these ones. So, Mad Grandpa, did you like tanking, DPSing, or healing as a paladin? I always really liked tanking on paladin. Well, they don't look like they're that active. So this is Hunter Bone Tusk. He is not that bad. He just does a volley at someone, and then will get his boars to stampede. I think I just did. Did I just get a cape? No, I didn't get anything. Alright. So now we're going to go to the other side, and we're going to fight these ones to get credit for these next boss parts. I still haven't leveled.
Damn.
Get anything at level 40?
Hmm?
Just leave when we hit 40.
No. So we have to do the dungeon.
I was kidding.
Why does this only go to the fucking hunter?
That's a good question.
You're missing health, and my essence font just goes to the hunter.
Trying to interrupt these people as best I can. Nobody seems to interrupt though. It's always me. All right, we got Rugug. He is, I guess, a geomancer. That ability that's causing the light sword to go up to the ground is pretty cool looking. Tanking for sure. You soak up all vintage. Mainly play Pally because it's a simple hybrid class. Easy to learn, simple to use. That's probably fairly common, not having much experience.
Shit. What? I was casting on you. I don't know why that happened. Sorry. You just start hitting really hard at the end there.
It happens. There you go. I did get a belt from
trying
him,
to
though.
get my res.
Alright, that's got 7 and 11. That's got 7 and 11, but this has more stats, so why not throw it on? There you go. Look at that. I have a buckle. Hey, that Krull frog survived the fight. Good job, Jeb.
Nice.
So, yeah, back in vanilla WoW, pally tanking was not an option. There was no reason to ever bring a pally tank anywhere. It was all just caster. You were always a healer. And that's the only way you got into groups.
This is the buff bot.
You were the res buff bot, yep. You'd sit outside of combat and then go and res people who died.
I don't understand why this essence font, like, literally only goes to the hunter.
It's a good question. Warlord Ramtusk.
It says it's supposed to go up to 6 allies every, like, within certain yards, 25 yards, but it's literally only going to the hunter every time.
It's very strange.
Like, it leaves a dot on the hunter on my UI. Yep, it went to the hunter again. I don't know if it's healing you at all.
I'm not seeing anything. I see
Okay,
spirit
let
link.
me know if you get healed by this.
I received some healing from you.
Okay. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Some odd coloring. Okay, that was Warlord Ramtusk. He's another one, but he's not too tough. Not as tough as he thought he was. Okay, that one just fucked off.
Like,
too.
literally, I'm just watching all my bolts go to the hunter. And I have no idea why. It's not even alphabetical order because our warlock's name starts with a B.
Yeah, it's strange.
Ugh! Hunters!
Gotta take everything. Oh, there's treasure chest over here. Can't open it, it's locked. Okay, so where are we now? Up here. Okay. Curl-shaped monstrosity. Can't even tell if it's striking me. It's not even looking at me. It's dead. Victory for us. Crystalline Behemoth. This is a new model they introduced in Cataclysm that they used a lot. Usually it has some kind of forward momentum attack that it does.
That time the hot went onto the paladin.
There's level
Yay.
40. This is the map of the dungeon, by the way. Yeah, they added maps to the game if you didn't see that. Mad Grandpa. When everyone was complaining about Halls of Reflection and difficulty, I found it pretty... Same. As long as I had PMet with me, generally we didn't have too many problems with Halls of Reflection.
Oh, I remember first doing those though. I
Oh,
was scared. Though the first time I did Halls of Reflection, it was still glitched where you could like exploit it. Pit of Saran was much worse.
Hey, bad one.
Guano.
Oh, that's a dead end. I remember these things hitting pretty hard. Yep, I'm not wrong about that. Cave bats. Alright, let's grab one of you. Oh, I should grab them all.
Oh yeah, the vile bats are not elite. The cave
No, they're-
bats are.
Yeah, so I was grabbing them all separately. Yeah, I really like Halls of Reflection. That may be my favorite dungeon in all of Wrath of the Lich King.
I don't know. The Forge of Souls was pretty fun,
Forge of Souls was pretty awesome too.
but Halls of Reflection was good for different reasons.
I do plan to get to the Halls of Reflection on stream though, so don't worry too much about that.
Yeah.
Goyat, the Blind Hunter. Is that a bat? What is bat? Alright.
Whoa. Look at that. Mechanics.
Mechanics
are
fine.
happening.
Look at our paladin standing on the tank.
Fucking hell. Well, I guess cleaves aren't as big of a deal in this game. Unless it's like a dragon. Or
Sure.
certain mobs with like that sword master.
Okay, so this dungeon did change a little. Some of the bosses actually have mechanics now, as you can see. They updated spell effects, but for the most part, it's relatively the same thing.
Damn. Only got a necklace.
Any reason to come back here anymore? The map shows a boss, but
Does it? Is it that random boar? I don't see a boss here.
yeah, neither do I. I don't think we need to go this way. Oh, okay. Well, these guys are gonna fight everything, so let's fight it. This used to be a boar boss in this area. As you can see, the boar boss isn't there anymore. It's just the bat boss now.
Yeah. Jogging my memory. Hey, quiz pit. Quiz pit. It's the imp.
It's true.
Toads.
Grotto toads. Hello, Jubs. We're not fighting Jubs. We can help it. And we can by not fighting them. Crawl frogs, Jubs. No, don't fight them.
It's
No.
a rare. Unfortunately, it also pulled one of the innocents. I mean, they're all innocent, but you know. Oh, fuck. Sorry. My roll was overeager. Essence font does a lot of healing. I just don't know why my UI says there's like a hot that's put on only. That didn't even drop anything.
No. Weird. Weird of a gun again. Alright. Okay. We gotta take Charles of Razorflank's heart. Okay. Here's the boss. So this is the same boss as pre-Cataclysm. But she has these crystalline things. I don't know what they do anyway.
Damage? Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, the
Okay, it's drawing us towards it. Okay, each one seems to be a different color and do something different. So this one's water.
oh, I'm rooted.
That one seems to be throwing out poison heads. Maybe to attack and destroy it? I don't think so. I'm sure it will. Little do you know, I actually have an ability that can help me get out of that Charla. I call it leaping.
Yay!
Yeah, see, that one had some mechanics. And there.
Mechanics are fun.
I got nothing from her. Go figure. Anyway.
I got a chess piece.
Take this gift you have earned my blessing this day. Okay, so I can wear pants or boots. So which one's the bigger upgrade? My pants are 42, my boots are 33. Item level. So we're gonna go with the boots. Boots of the Noble Path.
Alright.
Going, guano. Ooh, I see you have returned. Were you able to procure any Quell guano? Well done. This is just what we need, Miro. You've done well this day. Shalgo's advisors are as much a threat as any. There you go. There we go. There's our quest done. We still have a little bit of time left on the thing to check on our area.
Yep. It's here.
Yes. Alright, so we're gonna take it and we're gonna hearth, and that's what we'll finish for today. But let me equip my new boots. Yay, I'm not wearing green boots anymore. I'm wearing reddish boots. Alright, so we are going to go to Thousand Needles. The Cataclysm has flooded Thousand Needles, displacing the Torrent of Freewind Post and our allies at the Shimmering Flats. Go help the Torrent stop the Grim Totem and aid our allies in bringing peace to the region.
Yeah.
All able-bodied members of the Horde are hereby ordered to report to Nice at Mudsprocket. Join the Horde forces fighting against the renegade Grim Totems who dominate the area. Niece will provide you with transportation to the front lines. She will be waiting for you at Mud Sprockets Inn, tucked away in the southern Dustwallow Marsh. Destiny calls. Okay, so Hearth time.
Mm-hmm.
What day for you?
We'll head up to Mud Sprocket Inn and save there. Yeah, you've noticed some of the bosses have mechanics. Exactly. That's some of the changes that they did. Like that one boss in Harlan, or where the fuck his name is, in uh, Scarlet Halls? Yeah. Scarlet Halls, he did this spin attack, actually, that killed the entire group except for me and Paymet, because we were like, hey, we're not going to stand in the way of this.
Yeah, we had seen the fight before. So we knew.
Alright, come out to the deck, Paymet. We're going to run north a little and
See you later.
climb up onto the... gotta figure out how to get up there, actually.
Nice thing is, this whole barge is a rested area.
It's true. We can just stay here then. We're going to have to get north after next week, so...
Oh, I thought you wanted to turn in the quest or pick up the quest.
The quest is up there.
Yeah, I messed up.
No, it's fine. There's a path leading down, so there might be a way up there somehow, but we'll work it out next week.
It's up here, that's why. But where did you want to go?
Look at your map.
Sprocket?
Mud
Oh,
Sprocket is-
goodness.
Yeah. So, don't worry too much about it. We will...
I don't
pick up
think
on
we
that.
need to do that one. I think it's actually, now that we're 40, there is a quest here.
I don't see a quest here.
Oh, that's what I was trying to get to. It's all the way at the top and the back.
I see it. Okay.
So we can just log out in front of this, though.
Yeah.
If you want to start it next week to make the
If you
most
look at your map, though,
sense.
there's also one way on the other far side of the area called Grim Totem are coming.
Oh, okay. So
So,
it's weird because I'm pretty sure that's for feral loss, but
I don't think so.
I don't know.
So,
Maybe not.
Mad Grandpa, thank you for coming to hang out with us all day today. If you haven't given Windfreak a follow, I highly recommend doing so. She's pretty fun to watch as well, and she streams at times that I don't stream. So if you're ever on Twitch and you need someone to watch, she's worth it. She streams Overwatch, Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, and a few other games.
Yeah, various Steam games. Art, also, sometimes.
For those of you who are viewing and are not following either of us, I highly recommend that you give us both a follow, as we're here every week. We're going to be working our way through various stories. I'm going to try and get every zone at some point done on stream, but for now, we're working our way leveling up our characters and giving various random facts about Warcraft through either gameplay that we've done or lore that I know.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun. Grandpa says, followed.
Oh.
Perfect. Thank you for that, Mad Grandpa. You are an amazing viewer. It's great having you here to chat with. Next week, we will be back. We are going to do Razorfend Crawl. No, we just did Razorfend Crawl. We're going to do Razorfend Downs, the other Razorfend dungeon. And then we're going to do one or two of the Marudon dungeons as well. We got the Wicked Grotto, Foulspore Cave, and Earth Song Falls. We may do all three. We'll see. Might have a lot of dungeons next week.
Oh, thank you for following Mad Grandpa.
Join me tomorrow for some Divinity Original Sin 2. As far as I know, that is happening. We are going to be doing a push to get through Chapter 2, as we have been there forever, and I think we're ready to move on. Monday, I'll be back with more Resonance of Fate. And I'm pretty sure tonight we'll be doing some multiplayer Saturday, but I'm not sure. Depends how I'm feeling. I got a bit of a stomach ache, so we'll see.
Yeah, Silly's going to be available, and so you might want to do some FF14 or Overwatch stuff.
We shall see.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you for viewing. Have a good one, and I hope to see y'all tomorrow. 1
Bye.
1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Bye.